Hey everyone, my name is Daniel Jangula. I'm a certified exercise physiologist working with Recreation Services, and this is another edition of Tips from the Trainer. Today's video I'm going to be talking to you about squat techniques, so I'm just going to outline a few things for you to keep in mind as you're going through this great exercise. First things first, everybody has individual anatomical architecture. It's going to affect how you set up and how you squat, okay? So what's right for me may not be right for you. You may need to talk to a professional about what the best setup is going to be to optimize your training results there. Just to start off, a general good approach for this is starting with your feet just a little bit wider than hip width and toes slightly turned out. Now with your feet, we want to keep an active foot. I like to think of keeping pressure between the heel, the ball of my foot, and then the lateral aspect there. So I'm almost like creating a tripod. I try to flex and enhance my arch, so it's almost like my foot is just a little bit active. It's going to help with the balance, and it's going to help with muscle activation throughout the exercise. Secondly, when we're coming down, I'm going to be sticking my hips back, and throughout the movement, I want to keep a neutral spine. So my spine shouldn't be changing shape. I see a lot of people kind of going into it with a flexed spine, and this can be problematic. We're putting our spine under weird stress, and especially if we're loading this and going through repetitive movement, it can cause strain and injury over time, so we want to be careful to avoid that. Again, from when I'm standing in good posture to when I'm at the bottom of that movement, my spine hasn't changed shape. A big thing that we see is as people go a little bit lower, they're going to have their pelvis or their lower back kind of tilt under them, right? So they might be good to get to parallel, right? They might be good to parallel, or maybe even a little bit lower, but then if they go any lower, you're going to see that rounding out. So that's what we want to avoid, again, just for the sake of spinal health. So you need to do a little bit of experimentation, see where that pelvis tilt happens, and you want to stop about an inch or so above that, okay, just so you can keep really great form throughout. A couple other things to keep in mind is kind of the knee positioning or knee alignment. So as I said, you want to have your feet slightly turned out, okay? My knees should be following the direction that my toes are pointing in. Okay, so if my feet are turned out and my knees come straight forward, that's kind of weird alignment. I'm putting a lot of weird stress there, and again, it can cause damage over time. So just have your knees follow your toes. That's what you want to be thinking about. And then finally, as we're coming back up out of the movement, I want to think about pushing my hips forward, getting a really good glute squeeze, and getting into full hip extension. Okay? I see a lot of people going through this movement, and they're just kind of like coming up to here and back down. You're missing one of the best parts of the squat, which is a really good glute contraction there. So there are a ton of ways that you can progress or regress this exercise. We're not necessarily going to get to them today just because we want to keep things short. But if you need to, you can always talk to a fitness attendant in the Active Living Center. They can help you out with everything. So that's it for now. Have a great day.